everyone, it's Beth from Sweethearts Hair, and me and little Danny are going to show you how to do a Viking hairstyle. I'm going to have fierce face, fierce hair. Let me show you. So to start this style, what I did was I crimped Danny's hair and then I used the straighteners to create a little bit of a curl here and there. I'm going to do a little bit of this later because I want the hair to look textured and like you don't really know if it's straight, if it's curly. Can you see there's like a half curl there? But I'll show you that a little bit more after. And then I want you to do a deep part like this, and the crimp's really going to help with that to kind of stay up like that. So next I've taken a piece of hair from this side. I've left a little bit at the top and a little bit underneath. And to make it easy for myself, I'm just going to pull this hair back and clip it out the way. And next you're going to break this hair into two normal sections and one teeny tiny thin section. So the easiest way is kind of breaking it into two and then just taking a little tiny piece like that. And you're going to do a regular braid. This braid doesn't have to be tight, just a regular 3-strand braid with one thin and two thick. And the reason I've chosen to do that is I want this braid to look really like wonky and not too well done. So I'm using a thinner section just to help with that. And in a minute I'm going to push this braid to make it all like higgledy-piggledy. So I'm going to go as far down as I can before I run out of hair, like so. So keep going because we're going to push this up in a minute. So I'm just going to hold on to this little section, and then the two sections I'm going to hold on, and I'm just gently going to start to push this braid up like so, all the way up to the top there, and then start to release it back down. And it's sort of created this kind of like messy, you don't know if it's a braid, you don't really know what it is, and sort of lengthening that back out again, like so. And then I'm just going to pop a little elastic at the end there. And then I'm going to release this hair back down. Now you're going to come to the other side. So I'm going to pick up this hair on this side now, using that hair grip, pin that out of your way to make it easier for yourself. And then I'm going to bring this braid across the forehead like so. And then we're going to attach the ends to another little piece of hair and pop an elastic together. And then you're going to release this hair back down. So next what we're going to do is just put a little bit of back comb in this area to make sure the hair doesn't kind of like fall everywhere. Just a little bit in this top section here as well. I don't want it to be crazy big, but I just want it to be kind of like messy and big, if that makes sense. And again, the crimping will really help with this process as well. Sort of being able to get this kind of volume in the hair. Okay, so we don't want this style again to be too neat, so I'm just going to kind of leave out a little random piece there and maybe just like a little random piece here. And then I'm going to take a slice of hair there and take a slice of hair here, and we're going to combine these together and just pop in a little elastic. And then I'm going to do the same again, so little slice here, little slice there, and I'm going to put that ponytail in the centre in as well. And again, we're going to place a little elastic. Just got a few little silver sort of braid charms. I'm just going to place those in. Thank you, Danny. You don't have to do this bit. You could use different colours or just leave this bit out. So next what I'm going to do is do some braids but without any elastics or bobbles. So you're going to take the end of the hair and spray in some like back comb spray, even hairspray, back comb powder. And that's going to kind of like glue up the hair a little bit at the ends, which is what we want, right? You're then going to come to the top and do a normal 3-strand braid, but don't break the bottom of the hair. Ordinary 3-strand braid. And the beauty of this kind of style is you don't need to think about it being like super neat. And you see how that braid's starting to form at the end here. Just going to push that down a little bit. And just keep going until you can't loop these round anymore. And then once you can't really go anymore, you're going to take 2 on one side, 1 on the other, and just flip that through. And then I'm just going to kind of like mess this braid up a little bit. Don't want it to look like she hasn't been fighting. We need her to look like she's been in battle, not just out of the hairdressers. So on this next one, just to kind of mix it up a bit, I'm just going to use a little bit of powder. This is like a back comb powder, just to make the hair nice and kind of tacky so it doesn't kind of come undone. And I haven't actually tried this, but in my head it's going to work. We're going to do the same technique as we did with the front, where we push the braid up. So I'm going to go for splitting the hair into 2, using a tiny, tiny bit here. And I'm just going to braid the hair. And I kind of want it to be that kind of messy, not been brushed kind of look. And I'm going to push this braid back up again. So I'm not braiding too tightly, otherwise it's quite tricky to push up, especially now I've put that back comb powder on. But I just wanted to make the hair like less kind of like shiny, so otherwise it'll just fall out straight away. So I'm going to go as far down as I can. Right, so I'm sort of more or less down the bottom, so I'm gently going to push this hair up now. Keep going. And then bring it back down. And just let that go. So just adding a few more in now. You can do as many of these as you want, but you could also do it with a twist braid. So breaking the hair into 2, twisting around, and letting that form again down the bottom. Just trying to make sure it does come down the bottom a little bit. And it's just about creating that kind of like, there's some twists, there's some braids, there's some crimps. And then I'm going to quickly show you how to just sort of make a bit more of like a mess of this hair. I feel like it's just a bit too straight and perfect at the minute. Twisting this around until I can't kind of twist anymore. And then I'm just going to pop that through. Like so. And you've just created like a little twist braid, but with no elastic in again. So now we're going to do a few alternating techniques. So we've already got the crimp in. So I'm just going to take hold of my straighteners and I'm going to clamp down and I'm going to roll one way and then roll the other. So roll and roll, roll and roll all the way to the ends to create like a deeper wave. And then I'm also going to take strands of hair, really small strands of hair, and I'm going to curl them, but not all the way to the end. So I'm just going to take hold of my straighteners, twist away once, roll that down, but then stop about there and just kind of mess that up a little bit. Just so the hair isn't just all doing just one thing. So we've got our Danny the Fierce here. She's got a very fierce look. That's why we chose you for the Viking style, didn't we, Danny? So this side we have got all that texture, all those different braids, the twists, the braids, the sort of curls and everything, that real messed up look. And on the front we've got this little braid coming across here. And then to the side we've got a few more braids happening here, but also just that little bit of detail. And I quite like just that little piece left out there. Let me know in the comments what you guys think.